Oh, all right, we're back. Okay, folks, I'm ready for part two of today's procedure. A little different, another step added in on the rinseless wash that I have chosen to do today. I think these birds spend more time in my garage than I do. But yeah, here at Mike's Magic auto detailing and paint enhancement here in semi-sunny, sunny Sharpsburg, Georgia. Thank everybody for dropping by. Oh, I'm sorry I'm shaky there, folks. It's hard being your own cameraman. But this other method, I did this half of the roof. And so it is now clean. I don't feel any contaminants on it. You shouldn't do it that way with your fingers, folks, so pay no attention to that. But anyway, what I was going to do is on part of the hood here, I was going to show you this additional step, and I've assembled my tools of the trade here today. I have me a sprayer, a cordless sprayer. I like this thing, Jason. I've got a couple of them now. When you get old and arthritic like I am, you get tired of squeezing those spray bottles. So far I've been loving this thing, and I've got this one and I've got a larger one, but this has got my rinseless wash in it, the O&R, their new formula. And what I have here is just what I happen to grab. You could use Ultimate Detailer, any spray wax, whatever. This just happens to be McGuire's Ultimate Quick Wax. It's just a spray wax. And I grabbed it because I just happened to have some. Don't even remember where it came from. It might have been one of those things they sent to me. But normally, y'all have seen me either soak my wash medium, where it be a mitt. Some people use the big red sponge, which I don't like. Sometimes they use microfiber towels. They recommend you soak this in your O&R first, and then squeeze it out so that it's damp but not dripping wet before you use the O&R. But I don't do that. Sometimes I do, but it's wet, damp already. I just took my sprayer and sprayed it down. I figure that's close enough. And that's just a high quality drying towel. That one towel will absorb 1.5 gallons or so of water, so you could dry several cars with it. Both of those made in Dallas, Texas, Jason. But what I was just going to try to demonstrate to you guys real quick like, and it's very, very simple. And if you're concerned about your rinseless, man, if I get this thing to sit, your rinseless wash not having enough lubrication in it. I don't know why this thing don't want to stand up. Oh boy, technical problems. That's what happens when you don't know what the hell you're doing. But normally I'd spray either the rag or I'd spray the paint down and then start the rinseless wash. I'm still going to do that, but I'm going to add another step. What I'm going to do, and always shake it up, always. I'm just going to spray, because there's a lot of dust and pollen on here, which concerns me a little bit. But if your car was dirtier than mine, it might concern you, and should even more. But I'm just going to take this spray wax, mist it on here, and that's simply to give the O&R a little bit more lubrication. And then I'll take my handy dandy cordless sprayer here. I don't remember what the name brand of it is, how much it costs. It wasn't much. I got it from off of Amazon, and I'll spray my rag down a little bit with the O&R just to make sure I'm in good shape. And then I'll take my rag, well, it's not really a rag, it's a microfiber towel, and I'll take like this half of it and I'll drag it down through there very lightly, folks, very lightly, and removing all that stuff. And now I've got a little bit of extra lubrication. And then I'm going to flip it over to a clean side. It's still damp, so that I'm not rubbing dirt over my, because you're picking up dirt when you're doing this. And I don't want to rub the dirt back over the paint. I'll switch to the leading edge of it. And getting all these little nooks and crannies. Flip it over. And I have now removed all the stuff that a rinseless wash can remove, or even a pH neutral or pH balanced soap. That's another subject for another day, even if you're doing a contact wash. And now I'm going to take my drying towel, and you can either do the drag method like you've seen me do before, but what I want to do on this one is kind of buff it off a little bit because it had that spray wax in it, and buff it to perfection, as they say. And I'm putting no pressure on this towel, folks, just enough to keep it in contact with the paint. You don't want to, this is not a rubbing contest. I'm just merely drying it off, and what little streaking might have been present, getting rid of that. And folks, that is clean. I am very pleased with that. Now, if you don't have a quality coating on your vehicle, you may not get as good a result as I just did with that. But all that surface dust and a lot of the junk that came with the rain is now gone. And like I said, later on I may come back and refresh the titanium sealant that's on there a little bit, which is not a big deal. It'll just take a few minutes. But, you know, for most people, they would be extremely happy with that if it was their car. You can see this is before, I mean this is after. This side hasn't been touched yet. You can, I think, see the difference. I can't really tell what y'all are seeing. See the difference there? Or some of that's overspray from the ONR, but anyway, it's clean now. It's clean. I'll go around this whole car. It won't take me just a little while, and I'll be done. Thank y'all very much for watching. I hope I was able to help some of you out who have questions and concerns about using a rinseless wash. You know, rinseless wash is not the end-all, be-all, Jason, but they have their place in the detailing world for sure. And, you know, you can use it for all kind of stuff. I have a small spray bottle of it, along with a couple microfiber towels. I keep on the interior of my vehicle. I keep it in the console. And if things get a little dusty in there, a little dirty, but not grimy, greasy, it won't help with that. I just spray a microfiber towel with a little bit of that ONR. I've got it diluted down to the quick detail dilution ratio, and I can wipe down the inside of the car, and it looks fantastic because it leaves a little bit of protection behind as well. And it's also good on glass, Jason, and I'm going to do my windshield with it here shortly. Great on glass, great. But I would suggest a dedicated glass towel, which you can also order from Dallas, although they're out of stock right now. But yeah, you know, you can use a waffle weave, local waffle weave. I still have several of those. I use them occasionally. Or just a low pile or a lower pile microfiber towel on the glass. You know what? The ones from Sam's Club and those kind of places for glass, they work pretty good. Just a lower pile. You don't want a real thick one like I was using here. Gets a little grabby on glass. Not really that effective. But anyway, I just wanted to show y'all that little extra step right quick. It's about the only time I would use a spray wax. It's passe in my world, but I keep a bottle of it around just for kicks, and hey, I used it for that, and it does provide a little bit of extra lubrication. Hey, Jason, share somebody this video with somebody you think likes car stuff, detailing, or just likes to watch me make a fool out of myself. Like, tag, share, follow, all that stuff. Thanks, Jason. Have a great day out there in Texas, buddy. Bye now.